This is the issues we have. So I got a notification saying it's partially blocked, and these are the territories. So no one in Denmark, Finland, Norway or Sweden can view this because we have Bob Sinclair, World Hold On, playing at
Not
this
as effective,
time.
but seems to be all working now. Let's go and check.
So I kind of knew that, but let me see what we can do. Trim out, replace song, mute song, dispute. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? I might just have to change the song for something else. And we can't monetize that video because is that a case of if it's blocked anywhere, you just can't monetize it. So because we've got that on for a split second. Oh. So one thing I've not been doing, which maybe I should, is going on to end screen. I don't know what cards are, so I'm going to do this and put best video for viewer, most recent upload. So this will show you obviously where they pop up. Do that, and I need to do that for each video really. So yeah, I've got so far. So if someone does click on one of these, it's good to think that it'll come up.
I'm buzzing with that. It's
There we
amazing.
go.
Never thought we'd get to that
Got
point.
my mates one on at the minute, every trade.
So if you're not subscribed,
Although I better pause this in case in case I get a copyrighted thing as well again. But yeah, just trying to think, is there anything I can do to help obviously grow the channel? So I've done them into a playlist, which was the weekly ones, but I'm hoping obviously adding these end screens might encourage other people to watch more videos. So that's the idea. It's 10:15 and I'm going to go to bed, but this is the drop curb we've got on the yard, the original one, and obviously we've got this space here. This little section here you can see is what we've got to leave as a pedestrian walkway. So this is a container, this is a container, this is the canopy for the containers. So what I'm paranoid about doing now is that I want to get this yard up and running. We've applied for a drop curb here. So what I don't want to do is put the containers here and block it in. It'd be good to have the containers here and here, obviously facing this way, so that when we have that drop curb, you could start using that straight away, or again, put it here and here, and have this drop curb coming in. However, at the moment I've only got this drop curb, so if I were to block this off, I've got no way of getting to you like properly until we have that drop curb. So it's just so difficult to think where to put these temporary containers until obviously we've got enough money and planning etc for the warehouse bit. So if anyone's got any ideas of not blocking obviously the one drop curb we've got at the minute, do I focus on getting the other drop curb in? I don't know. This is where if I had unlimited money it'd be great because I'd just press go on everything, but I've got to try and obviously work each week and pay for stuff as we go, and also make it usable. So this is the only way I can cope with it at the minute, but bear in mind when we have these containers dropped off we need like a high-ab or a crane to move them again, so it's, you know, a big job to move them, so we need to put them in place where they're going to be for a while basically, while we wait for the planning to come through and save up. Good morning, Monday morning to be exact, and it's about 6 o'clock. I've got up early, well not got up early but got off early, as I'm going to Derby to pick up a canopy for the yard. So it's something I've been like looking at for a while, and this one come up on eBay, and I don't know if some of you know, but some of these are so expensive. Like you're talking like 15 grand for what is essentially a bit of steel and a bit of cloth. So I did think about making one, because whenever I find something that's expensive I think, oh, could I make that? Obviously being a builder, and we could. However, I found this one popped up and it's like a year old, and I think they wanted £2,000 for it. So I'm thinking, do you know what, nothing else has come up like this, and it's the size I need, and obviously a year old and good price. So I'm hoping when I look at these, they seem to hold the value as long as you don't rip them. So I'm hoping I can buy this now, use it for however long until we get hopefully get planning through for the steel shed. Fan's a bit noisy than the other one, and then I could sell it on for near enough what I got it for. So even I was speaking to Chris at Every Trade, and he was like, I'll have that off it. He's like, when you're done with that I'll have it, because I think he's probably in the same boat, he don't come up that often, and he knows how much the cost. So yeah, I feel like it's so hard, because I need to just keep working and chipping away at the yard as and when I get money. But you want to just fast forward everything and go like bang, and have a fully functioning working yard and everything there. But it's slow. It's like doing property development. Everything's like slow. But when you take a step back after a few years, you look and you go, oh my god, like we've actually done loads in those years. And I'm hoping this is the case with the yard, but definitely when we have 2 containers and a canopy on it, I'll feel like, wow, like I've got somewhere to lock stuff up and keep stuff dry. So yeah, I've messaged D&J Projects actually, because Derby's, I think it's 25 minutes away from Nottingham. So however, I know it's a Monday morning, and I can't help but think every single business on a Monday morning is just chaos, because ours is almost every Monday. So maybe I should have picked a better day to go and pick this canopy up, but I didn't want to lose out on it on eBay. If someone else messaged them, that I'll come and get it now. And then good that we've got, obviously one of the tippers empty, so this one's just been serviced, repaired, everything. So it's good to do a trip to Derby, as all the other vans, I don't know if they'd make it to Derby and back. I'm hoping, I'm going to check when I next stop, but this is the van that the audio went all funny in, because I think because of the noise it was making, it dampened down the speaker and was focusing on the noise of that because it was closer to it. However, I'm going to check once in this video. So I've just put in obviously the directions to it's a building company I'm getting it from actually, so it'd be good to chat with them about how they got going and where they're at in their stages. I feel like a weirdo now, like I think when you're in business you're obsessed with like other people's businesses, and I like the stories of how they started and where they got to, sort of thing. But it was only an hour and a half away, which is good, because I was expecting it to be, in my head I had 2 hours, so hopefully because I've left early I might have missed a bit of that traffic. And little update on Western. So first of all, we've had the first booking on it for the weekend, which is good. So I think someone's staying 2 nights. I think we get about £1,500 off that. So I'm looking forward to obviously that going through, and hopefully they come have a good stay, and don't don't get arrested and have ASBOs and annoy the neighbours. However, also update on Western, we're starting to get offers through. So we've had a lot of viewings, and then the Echo did a feature on it, which was good. Obviously showing it before, because they did a feature on it before, and then obviously they've picked up on it now that it's been all renovated, so they did another one, a big 5-page spread on it, which is nice. And I think we've had a few more viewings off that. We've got a few families that are doing second viewings, and they've also agreed to list their house with the same estate agents in order to put an offer in on our house. So I think one of them just had an offer accepted on their house, so they booked a second viewing I think this weekend, so I'm hoping we'll get another offer on the house this week. I think the estate agent might call as well. I'm travelling now, so I might get a better update. But yeah, it's all looking good, but one thing I do say is, what was the saying that Denzel Washington said to Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock at the thing, and he said, when everything's going well, when you feel like you're flying, that's when the devil comes for you. So that stuck in my mind, because you do have that in, like I say, in business and in life, where you feel like everything's going well, and then you just get hit with something that you're like, oh my god, where did that come from? So yeah, always take the wins when they do come, but just be cautious that you've always got a plan for stuff happening. And so there's little bits I've got to do to finish at Western. Actually, I've got a meeting with a planning officer. So because the neighbours have peppered the planning department that many emails, they said, right, let's come out and have a look at the job, which never ever had that ever on any jobs. Never heard of anyone them coming out to view a rear extension under permitted developments. So hopefully they don't come with the fine-tooth comb and trying to nitpick something to try and make us apply for planning, to delay the process, to cost more money. And fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Fingers crossed they come and just go, yeah, do you know what? Obviously what you've done is fine, and we'll go back and relay that to the neighbours. However, I've also had that meeting with the neighbours that I feel went well, and hopefully they're not peppering the planning department as much now with emails. But yeah, a little update for you. At the moment it's all going well, so I need all my money, literally every single penny I had went into Western finishing it. And once it's sold, obviously we need to repay all the investors, and we'll get a chunk of our money back that we can then hopefully reinvest in the yard. And then I was chatting to my girlfriend saying, because I get so blinkered sometimes that every single penny I get goes into the yard. If I get any money in my bank, it's like, oh, I can go and buy that for the yard, because I've got this bigger picture of, if I invest it now, it'll pay me in twofold in a few years or whatever. Whereas she's like, well look, we're doing all that hard work, we need to go on a holiday or have some sort of enjoyment from it, because you never know, you could die tomorrow and you'll look back and think, oh, I was investing all this money so that when we did have a better portfolio, a better income, that we could go away when we wanted. But I do think it's important to sort of take little wins when you can. So maybe when this one sells, we might try and book to go away again, and then obviously come back with the same mentality to get the yard finished up and running, and maybe start looking at the next project. I don't know, we'll see.
Hello?
Oh, hi, is that Hayden?
Yeah, speaking.
It's Andrew, just about the canopy.
Yeah?
I'm just by the gates to Corley House, is it?
Oh, right, I'm here. Yeah, you're here. Right, I'll come and let you.
No worries, I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Bye, mate. There's the canopy between the containers, nice. About making a mistake. Do you know, because it's like you probably are here in terms of you put a container there and then you start moving stuff around and go, oh, why have I put that there? I should have put it like 6 foot over and it would have... So I'm paranoid about that, but it's actually massive, isn't it? Because the lads were asking me like, what do you want the canopy for? And I was like, well, you can put... Obviously, diggers. We've got.
Even just park your forklift under it or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
had loads under it.
yeah. We had. Yeah.
And this, I'm so happy that I've come because I didn't think of this. The lads were even asking me like, last night. I put like the plan. I drew them up, like sketched it, and was like, "Can anyone see any issues with with how I've done it here?" And one of the lads mentioned, "Oh well, if you've got the canopy, you've got to enter it. You've got to enter it there, haven't you? The containers." And I was like. Oh yeah, and did not even think about what you've done here in terms of just put a gap. So that has been worth coming. How long do you reckon it'll take to take down? Yeah, sound. And these flaps are for wind.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that where we are, like literally at the top of things, I was thinking, oh, I hope we don't create a sail.
I might have wouldn't need that.
I've got Harris fencing up, and the amount of times it's fell down, like Harris fencing with holes in. I'm thinking, oh, but no, yeah, all looks good. Do you want me to crack on, help you getting it down?
Yeah. Go.
It won't go as small as it was.
Which way they go on? So they're like the ridge ones, aren't they? We've got, these are the braces on the side. And then it'd be nice if I could transport them as archers. Save a job. The video before I leave. It looks tiny. I can't believe we've got this huge canopy and it hardly makes a dent in the tipper. But yeah, back on the road now. We're going to see another one. So I've just come to Burden's in Warrington, and for those that don't know, they literally sell everything you could do, everything you could think of to do with, you know, utilities and services. So, you know, United Utilities, Scottish Power, etc., they'll all come and get their fittings from here. So I've just stopped off then just to have a chat with one of the managers about future-proofing the yard, just to see what I can get in terms of drainage and stuff. So what I want to do is run ducting for water, electric, and then I need to sort out the drainage really. God, it's going to take me ages to to get enough money for all this. Maybe, hopefully when Western sells I'll be able to like start ticking some of these boxes off. But you know, I've got water, electric, drainage, and then I've got like, you know, channels, access chambers to obviously get access to all these services. We've got internet, so just need to have a good plan of where they're going to run, where I can run them now, obviously before we get too far where we're like, you know, pulling work out that we've put in. And I also had a bit of a brainwave in terms of when we're trying to like use the yard now, and my whole issue was with being able to put the concrete down, but then obviously don't want to get it wrong. But I've just seen a company that do precast concrete slabs that lift in and out, and I just thought that is absolutely perfect for what I need now. I could get the whole yard in concrete precast slabs, wait for planning permission comes along, and I just use the dumper to lift the slabs out, get the piling done, put the slabs back, done. And also what happens is it drains through as well, so it drains through the holes, so I don't then need to drainage the whole yard because it's the same as it would be now, just with hardcore. So I'm gonna obviously getting a few quotes off companies for that now, and that could be the next thing I order. So literally, I've just got such a big list of things I need to order, but yeah, I do need to put them in order. I need to put them in order of the stuff I need to order. So I'm back on the yard trying to make settings changes. I've just fitted this another external. Look how funny this hut is. it's got absolutely everything on it because it's the only thing I've got that's actually staying here. One thing I need to test is that spotlight, because I've got a feeling it just stays on for some reason and doesn't switch off. So I've just come here to try and obviously fit that, and then so that should only come on when the PIR is thingy. But I don't know, when you switch it on, it automatically comes on and then goes off once it's, I'm sure I've got that set to like 10 minutes though. And then while I'm here, I've had the idea of doing the concrete panels that I can obviously put out. So now I'm looking at the site and I need to just get it level. I don't know whether I'm actually like quite high here, although I sprayed the white line on the wall there. It just feels like I'm higher here now, so I might be able to come and get it properly level and maybe get some sand and get some of those concrete blocks dropped off before I get containers. Then the containers can sit on the concrete blocks, or, well, concrete pads I should call them. And it's just figuring out how much more hardcore I need really. So I think maybe tomorrow I can come with a laser and do it properly, like literally set the laser up and walk around with the staff and get all this properly level. But it'd be good to be able to get the concrete pads ordered next, isn't it? But everything's just so expensive, and it's like, how many can I get? So I've just put the spotlight on to test it. However, I think I remember setting it to like a 10-minute, like to remain on for 10 minutes after it triggers. So I'm just going to sit here and make sure that it does actually turn off, because I do want it when you walk past, obviously, to come on when you're on the yard. But I've just got to check, because obviously I don't want that to be permanently on, because I'll just get obviously complaints about from the neighbours. So it can only come on. We've got the PIR set on a 45 degree, obviously on line with our boundary, and then onto the yard. So it should only come on when you're on the yard. So I want to test whether it goes off. That's the main one, and then I'm going to walk past and check whether it does trip. One thing I was thinking of, maybe just sign up to that Very Sure, and obviously where you've got like an external company who monitor the CCTV if it goes off. So I've got me trusty Bosch laser level out magnetic, so I've stuck it to here. So at the moment this is our only drop curb until we get the other one put in. However, I've got me trusty mop as a thing. I don't know if you can see the laser on the mop there. So as that laser gets there, you'll see it go green, the laser line's right on it, and if I move down it'll say come up, and if I go past it it'll say come down. So what I can do now is I can twist this that way, and I can go, well, I'll tell you what, let's see how far off level with the, so we know this mop now is level with obviously the pavement in the front. So if I come over to here and I go down, where are we up to? So somewhere there. So that, you know, we're not far off level there then. That's not bad, is it? Obviously there's a bit of a dip here. Clearly, you'll see that's probably about, what? Up, bloody hell. So we're there, we're like, what, 20-30 centimetres off there. So we know we've got a little bit of a dip there. But the bits we have levelled, let's go and see how far off. Because obviously you want the site level, however, you know, if it's 50 metres long, there's not like too much you can get. We can't have it, we might not be able to have it perfectly level. But, alright, let's try here. Picking it up. So we're a bit higher. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking that goes downhill, but that was saying we're slightly high. So we've got a little bit of a pit here. Yeah, so we're a little bit low there, but it's not bad, is it? So I've just changed the setting on the PIR to like the least time possible. And I'm hoping if I stand here and don't move that light will switch off, otherwise I can't really leave it on. Because it might be that, I don't know, I've wired it wrong in the sensor that it's permanently on. So please just switch off.